What up? 大家好，我是嗩吶 and we're back for our first episode of What's Poppin'?
What's Poppin'?
What's poppin'?
我们刚刚在2秒之前想到名字。
Yeah, what's poppin'? 好机車耶 we mobbing. There's one digger and counting. So, there has been some shit popping off.
Yep.
Aside from all the presidential madness of my country, the real shit's been going down.
Hey.
Between two bad motherfuckers who got some beef.
Yeah.
Eminem and Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Apparently they got issues, man.
Yeah.
Ooh. Snoop Dogg 有在一个很有名的节目叫 The Breakfast Club.
Yep.
Like anyone who is Shiha, if you go to the Breakfast Club, it's like a big deal. So they asked Snoop, they said, hey, 你 top 10 rappers of all time 的名单上有谁? And he named off all these people, and they were like, nah, Eminem, nah. Like, oh, Eminem, like, so Eminem 很屌啊. He actually said in the game, he's probably considered one of the top 10 of all time.
But the game feels like he's top 10 lyricists and all that comes with it, but
he doesn't make my list.
Oh.
And they said, why? He said, because in the 80s, there were some of the dopest rappers alive. And Eminem could not touch those guys.
Because there's some niggas in the 80s that he can't fuck with. Like Rakim, KRS-One, like LL Cool J.
They were that good. So I respect Eminem, what he's done in the game, but he just doesn't make my list.
He could be labeled as one of the top 10 rappers ever. I don't think so.
Okay.
So after that, the internet went fucking crazy. Like, oh, Snoop Dogg did his label mate Eminem. Oh shit, what's Eminem gonna do? Like he threw shade. The shade gonna come back, right? And then Eminem like came back with a song in Zeus, and he had like a couple lines. So in the song Zeus, he came back with.
And as far as squashing beef, I'm used to people knocking me, but just not in my camp.
And as far as squashing beef, I'm used to people knocking me, but just not in my camp.
And diplomatic, cause I'm trying to be last thing I need is Snoop dogging me.
And diplomatic as I'm trying to be, last thing I need is Snoop Dogg dogging me.
Man, dog, you was like a damn god to me. Nah, not really. I had dog backwards.
Man, dog, you was like a damn god to me. Not really, haha. I had dog backwards.
But I'm starting to think all these people taking shots at me. Shit, it's no wonder.
But I'm starting to think all these people taking shots at me. Shit's no wonder. So, how is this soul? Like, and he says, as far as squashing beef, we're talking about squashing beef, right? I never expected someone on my team to start beef with me. And he said, I'm trying to be diplomatic. 我说我要把这个事情处理好，不要亂說話。
Yeah.
But like Snoop, 我真的很崇拜你啊. You're like a god. Whoops, I got God backwards. And when God spelled backwards is dog.
Yeah.
He's like, he was like a dog because his name is Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It's not even really an insult. He's just fucking around with his name is all. Yeah, he was like all these people taking shots because people talking shit about him lately. You know, with MGK and everyone else. So he was like, man, I never expected it to come from you. So he got upset at that, and then he went on the radio station and he was like, yeah, but I agree with what he said, but it's the way he said it.
Everything he said, by the way, was fine, like up to a point. You know, it was more like, I think it was more about the tone he was using.
It's like, what? It's like, he's like, put some respect on my name. You know what respect means?
Yeah.
Like, you have respect, right? But respect, R-E-S-P-E-K, is like when you talk about me, you need to say it respectfully. Put some respect on my name. It seems like a lot of people on Eminem's side, though. 我不懂为什么，因为这对我来说不是算 beef 啊。
It's not 牛肉面，牛肉是牛肉汤。
Yeah, 牛肉汤，对，这是牛肉湯。Oh, I agree with you, but you could have said it nicer. That's not beef. That's like, 对吧？
客气一點 please.
Yeah, but the thing about this is that Snoop was just voicing his opinion because somebody asked him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the person who started the beef technically is the internet, and then Eminem went and made a song. Here's the thing, like, I'm not an Eminem fan.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, he's cool, he's great, but 所以我們嘻哈的黑人的社區裡面, like, if you ask most black people, like, what they think about Eminem, like, yeah, he's okay, but he's not the greatest of all time. We don't think, like,
oh, really?
He's like, oh man, he's the greatest of all time.
Oh.
Because for us, first of all, look, hip hop in its core and its roots is about taking the things of your culture and making them cool, making them a part of who you are, showing out.
Oh, yeah.
And in the beginning, people meaning white people, white America used to shame us for having big asses, for liking to dance, for smoking weed, for liking shiny shit. They're like, oh, you guys are still savages. Or eat chicken.
That's why 21 Savage and 21 Boy those are so cool.
Because you got 21 black motherfuckers eating chicken like savages. But yeah, it was like, now the things that we used to get ridiculed, we used to be shamed for in our culture, now white people eat that shit up. Literally. Like, they can't wait to put their hat on backwards. They can't wait to find a girl with big ass. They can't wait to do their hands like this, like yo, 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 yo. But those things were things that were developed by rappers in the community. So in the beginning, because one of these, it's just up. It's like with the music before, anything we did, you'd have white performers like Elvis would come in and take the idea for his own, make it famous, and everyone would give him all the credit. Not giving credit to the black community. So when hip hop came around, we were like, fuck that shit, hip hop is for us. So we were really, really protective. Hey, if a white guy comes in, man, fuck this old white guy, he's probably here to steal anyway, so we're gonna rob him. No. But at the time, it was like Eminem actually, he talked about it. He had a rough time. People didn't take him seriously. We gave him a lot of shit, but when he proved himself, it was like, all right, white boy, you got it, cool. But he has not really done anything to further hip hop culture itself. Oh? He's simply good at performing hip hop culture or hip hop music really well. So a lot of us don't consider Eminem to be the greatest of all time. He is dope. Don't get me wrong, he's got skills, and that's what Snoop was saying. It's like, he's dope as fuck. But if I have to compare him to the people I grew up with, to the people I know, no, Eminem can't touch those guys.
So you are saying like 嘻哈就是要 promote 自己的 culture.
So that's the essence of it. It's like, really? When I get a lot of people asking me like on the street, hey, 这个算是嘻哈，这个算是嘻哈，
这个外套是不是嘻哈？我的鞋子是不是嘻哈？
And they think 嘻哈is I gotta have my cap on backwards, man. I gotta do like this, man. I gotta have my basketball jersey. Man, that shit is what consumers of She-Ha buy. You know what I mean? That shit is what we made cool, but in the beginning it wasn't cool. So it's like, yeah, that kind of is the characteristics, but the essence of She-Ha is taking your culture and making that shit cool and making other people want to participate in it.
那很像那个啊 DJ 弟弟龙啊，然后还有那个大基啊，他们在做的事情啊。
我弟弟龙，我弟弟龙，
我弟弟龙，我弟弟龙。
You know that music video?
Yes.
And that shit is dope.
That was a dope video. I remember that too. Yeah.
还有他最近跟那个蛋堡不是有那个槟榔摊那一个吗
？Yeah, 超台的。I think something like that 对我来说是嘻哈。为什么？ Is in that video, is he wearing like fucking hip hop shit? Like yo, 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 keep it real on the streets. You know what I mean? Oh, funny thing about the term hood. I hear people say we from the hood, 111 click. Sorry, I didn't mean to go back to that. Bro, you know 111 is silly, fool. Clean streets, nigga. But I guess like hood. Do you know what hood is short for? No. Neighborhood. Neighborhood. Neighbor, and then hood. In the black community at the beginning, like we weren't in the best like neighborly of situations. It could be your neighbor, someone who's trying to do everything they can to survive. They'll probably steal from your ass. So he's not my neighbor. So I just live in the hood. It's like, hey, everyone is out here hustling, and some people are trying to do shit at any cost. Some people will take it to the streets, meaning like this is the old manga, this is the gangster this shit. So that's what the streets, when we out in these streets, we're doing anything we can to survive. So when you say you're from the hood, it's like, yo, I came from a place where opportunity was not abundant and I made it. I came from nothing to something. So I'm from the hood. This is where I came from and this is where I am. That's what it means to be from the hood.
So is that a shitty department store is no department, only store?
I'm gonna go to the store. They only got one department, the Munko. But yeah, like that's the whole idea, is just to take the things about your culture, the things about who you are, and put them forward. Make people be like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I like that shit.
So Eminem for the black people is like, 他只是就是很厉害。
He's a great guest. Let's put it in terms that we can even make it even clear. Is like, there was a year, you remember Macklemore, like, can we go back into this moment?
Can we go back? This is the moment.
Like the shit and shit. His debut album, the year that came out, had Kendrick Lamar, had a couple of the other badass rappers, and he won the Grammy up against Kendrick Lamar on his first album. So, and Eminem even talked about this in his song White America. He even addressed this issue.
Oh, Eminem saw.
Yeah, he kind of trolled his fans about it. Okay, so let's check out his song White America.
Yeah, look at these eyes, baby blue, baby, just like yourself.
In the first line, he says, look at these eyes, baby blue, baby just like yourself. Meaning his eyes are baby blue, just like the stereotypical white American.
If they were brown, Shady Lou, Shady sits on the shelf.
Then he says, if they were brown, Shady'd lose. Shady sits on a shelf. Meaning if I had brown eyes, my face wouldn't be as marketable because at that time, America favored blonde hair, blue eyed, stereotypical white people. We call stereotype. Right? Meaning blonde hair, blue eyes was like considered May cool.
But Shady's cute, Shady knew Shady's dimples would help.
And then he says, but Shady's cute. Shady knew Shady's dimples would help.
Make ladies swoon, baby. Baby, look at myself.
Make ladies swoon, baby. What he means is like, yeah, well, 真的装可爱啊，而且我有 dimple 啊, so ladies like that shit. My face is very, very sellable in this market.
Baby, baby, look at myself.
Then he says, if you don't believe me, he says, look at my sales.
Let's do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half.
He says, let's do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half. Meaning, if I was black, I would have sold half of what I sold.
Yeah.
Then he says,
I ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that.
I ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that.
But I can rap, so school, I'm too cool to go back.
But I can rap, so fuck school. I'm too cool to go back.
Give me the mic, show me where the studio's at.
Give me the mic. Show me where the fucking studio's at. So he's like, yeah, look, it just happens that I happen to be a good-looking white kid and I can rap. So fuck it, I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna go for it.
When I was underground, no one gave a fuck I was white.
Then in the next part he says, when I was underground, no one gave a fuck I was white.
No labels wanted to sign me, almost gave up, I was like.
No labels wanted to sign me, almost gave up. I was like,
Until I met Dre, the only one who looked past.
fuck it, until I met Dre, the only one to look past.
Gave me a chance and I lit a fire up under his.
Gave me a chance and I lit a fire up under his ass. Meaning, like, whenever he was in the underground, I went to record labels, they're like, whatever. And at the time, he had brown hair. He's natural brown, right? But then Dr. Dre discovered him. He even says Dr. Dre made him, right? Yeah. Snoop Dogg said Dr. Dre made him. Dr. Dre has the eye to discover talent.
White rappers had zero respect in rap. None. He has probably put Eminem in a position where he could be labeled as one of the top 10 rappers ever.
Like, would I be here without Drake? Fuck no, I wouldn't.
So he's pretty much admitting, I would not be anything if it weren't for Dr. Dre and the fact that I was America's first concentrated white rapper. So, you know, everyone has their opinion. Some people think he's the greatest, but for a lot of people in the community, he's a great rapper, just not like top 10. That's always his opinion.
Yeah.
Well, Dre, Snoop Dogg was just really saying his opinion because someone asked him.
Yeah.
In that regard, man, it's not even really beef. It's just like,
牛肉汤啊.
so this is牛肉湯. Snoop was just answering a question. Well, let us know in the comments down below. Do you think Eminem was right for what he did? Do you think Snoop was right for what he did? Who do you think should say sorry? Leave a comment down below.
Why should we say sorry?
Because he didn't put no respect on his name.
Okay.
His tone was not proper. We got a lot of Eminem fans like, no, Snoop is wrong.
Yeah.
Also, what do you think the Taiwanese hip-hop community can do to bring parts of its culture, make it hip-hop, make it grow into something that people want to take part in?
都用台語啊。
用台語，我覺得台語是最簡單的，你要用台語。
用台語啊。
We have quite a few who do, right? You have Dwaki,
蛋堡啊。
蛋堡, you have Gambler.
Gambler.
Hey, GJ Mr. Jin, yeah. These guys are all
Cool.
pushing forward that shit, and that's technically a dying language.
Yeah.
They're like, it ain't gonna die, motherfucker. We gonna keep it alive.
Yeah.
But that's the whole idea of hip hop is to keep your culture alive. Because if you don't, ain't no one gonna give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Real talk. So, let us know in the comments down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace!